Hey, you ever have one of those moments where time just stops and you realize your whole life's about to change? That's what happened to Sarah Thompson, a single mom scraping by, working as a housekeeper in this big, fancy estate in Willow Creek, Virginia. She's out one day, her baby boy, Jacob, strapped to her chest, when she sees a kid little Tommy barely wander into the street, right in the path of a roaring delivery truck. No time to think. Sarah bolts, scoops Tommy up, and dives to the ground, curling herself around both kids as the truck screams past, tires spitting gravel, the air thick with burning rubber. She scraped raw, blood trickling down her arm, Jacob wailing, Tommy frozen silent, but they're alive. That's where this story starts, with a split-second choice that'd make most of us freeze, but Sarah didn't. Now, you'd think saving a kid would make you a hero, right? Not in Willow Creek. See, Tommy's dad, James Carter, is the kind of guy who owns half the town, big tech mogul, private jets, the works. He comes running out of his Bentley, sees Sarah clutching his son, bloodied and breathless, and instead of thanks, he loses it. "What the hell were you thinking?" he roars, face twisted like she'd planned the whole thing. "You let my boy nearly die." The crowd's murmuring, some whispering she's a saint, others sneering she's fishing for a payout. Sarah, still shaking, tries to explain she ran. She saved him, but James isn't hearing it. And then, in a moment that sucks the air out of the street, his hand cracks across her face. The crowd gasps, Sarah staggers, and little Tommy, clinging to her, whispers, "Mama's safe." Yeah, that word mama hits like a freight train, especially for James, who's been a ghost in his own kid's life since his wife passed. Days pass, and the Carter estate feels like a pressure cooker. Sarah keeps her head down, tending to Jacob, avoiding James, but Tommy won't leave her side. The kid barely speaks, hasn't since his mom died, but with Sarah, he's whispering mama, safe, home. It's messing with James's head, seeing his son open up to her, not him. He starts digging, pulls old security footage, and there's his late wife, Emily, laughing with Sarah on the porch, treating her like a sister, not a maid. Sarah wasn't just cleaning floors, she was family to Emily, trusted with Tommy when James was too busy chasing deals. That truth hits him like a punch to the gut. He's been blind, letting his grief and snobbery paint Sarah as the enemy. One night, he knocks on her door, voice shaking. "Sarah, I saw the tapes. I was wrong about you, about everything. I hit you, accused you, and you were saving my boy. I can't undo that, but I'll make it right." Sarah, rocking Jacob, just looks at him, steady but guarded. You can't buy trust, James. Start by being a dad to Tommy. Here's where it gets messy. Not everyone's thrilled about Sarah's new place in the house. Enter Victor Grayson, the estate's manager, a guy who's been running things like he's lord of the manor. He's got this pinched look, like he's chewing glass every time Sarah walks by with Tommy. To him, she's an outsider, a nobody threatening his tidy little kingdom. So he gets dirty leaks, doctored photos to the press, showing Sarah supposedly pawning Emily's jewelry. The headlines scream, hero or hustler? Sarah's gut twists when she sees it. "That's not me," she tells Rosa, the cook who's got her back. "I've never even stepped in a pawn shop." But lies spread faster than truth, and soon the town's whispering greedy maid, gold digger, you name it. Sarah's at the market, Tommy holding her hand, Jacob on her hip, when a woman spits. "You'll bleed him dry, just watch." Sarah's trembling, but she keeps her chin up for the kids. James, though, he's done doubting her. He calls in his security guy, Mike, and says, "Find who did this. Tear it apart." Mike traces the fake photos straight to Victor's laptop. James doesn't hesitate, gathers the staff, holds up the newspaper, and lays it bare. Victor spread these lies to ruin Sarah, the woman who saved my son. He's done here. Victor's face goes red, spitting venom as he's dragged out. "You're blind, Carter. She'll destroy you." But the staff, Rosa, the gardeners, even the quiet ones start clapping, slow at first, then loud. Sarah feels something shift, like she can breathe again. The town's still split, though. At a community picnic, James stands up, voice raw, and tells everyone, "Sarah's not a scandalous family. My son speaks because of her. My house feels alive again. If you can't see that, question your own heart." Some clap, some sneer, but Tommy runs to Sarah, whispering, "Mama's safe." And then, for the first time, he He tugs James's sleeve and says, "Daddy's safe." That moment hits like the world pauses. Sarah's eyes sting, James's voice catches, and you can feel the walls between them crumbling. But here's the thing, trust isn't a switch you flip. Sarah's still wary, carrying the scar of that slap, the sting of whispers. One night, under the stars, James finds her in the garden. "I know I hurt you," he says, voice breaking. "But I'm not that man anymore. Let me prove it every day." Sarah looks at him, heart pounding, and whispers, "Don't make me regret this." They don't kiss, not yet, just sit there, the space between them heavy with hope and fear. The question hangs, can a man who lost everything rebuild a home, not with money, but with love? And can Sarah, after all the pain, let herself believe in him? What do you think? Can people really change like that? Or is it just a fairy tale we tell ourselves? Drop a comment, tell me where you're watching from, and let's talk. Have you ever seen someone turn their life around? Or is the past too heavy to shake? Hit that like button if this hit you in the feels, and share it if you believe in second chances.